Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington Commanders just made a huge trade, trading for former All-Pro and Pro Bowl cornerback Marshon Lattimore. Adam Peters is not playing around. They trade for the Saints All-Pro cornerback, and the Washington Commanders, I mean, this is starting to get serious. And let's see. They traded the third round pick from the Jahan Dotson trade. I'm going to get into that in a second, but the Commanders are 7-2, and they got one of the better corners in the league. Let's go ahead and look at it. But everyone in the chat, go say hi, hit that like button, all that good stuff. It's a good time to be a Commanders fan. What's up, Sean White? What's up, David? What's up, Poke? What's up, Stefan? What's up, George? David, Sean, Toro? Appreciate all you guys for pulling up. But yeah, the Washington Commanders have traded for Marshon Lattimore. Yes, Christian DC, it is real. Let me pull it up on my screen so you guys can see it. Let's go to, I feel like we'll go Ari Marov here and just show you guys what's happening. Yeah, big news for the Washington Commanders. They get themselves a stud cornerback. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys so you guys can see, so you know that I'm not capping. And while you guys are here, I know there's people that are new. Go ahead and subscribe. So, yeah, the Commanders are trading, or the Saints are trading Marshon Lattimore to the Commanders per Adam Schefter, a blockbuster, and it turned out to be the Jahan Dotson pick. So that's going to be a good pick, I believe. But now we don't got to worry about what the Dolphins are doing, if they're winning or not. Adam Peters turned Jahan Dotson into Marshon Lattimore. Let him cook. What an absolutely great move by the Washington Commanders. Let's pull up some Marshon Lattimore stats right here. Just so you guys can see Marshon Lattimore. And actually, I'll just pull it up on this screen right here. Marshon Lattimore. I literally made a video about it yesterday. Let's go ahead and look at his stats. Let's see. So he has had some injury issues, but looks like he's healthy for this year. Has played in all 7 games. I believe he's drafted, 2017. And you see this, had 5 interceptions. He has 15 career interceptions. Last year, played in 10 games, the year before 7, but before that was relatively healthy. 4-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and an All-Pro. So he is a stud. And yeah, very excited about this move. This is a great move for the Washington Commanders. What's up, Ronith? What's up, Pocket Man? What's up, Noah, Dixon? Appreciate all you guys for pulling up. Hit that like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. So the trade details, let's see if they've been finalized right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's a big day. So yeah, they turned the Jahan Dotson trade from the Eagles before the season into Marshon Lattimore, and Dotson just hasn't really done anything. So let's pull up. Okay, so the Commanders. Okay, so the Saint. This is the whole. So stay here for this, because this is the whole trade right here. So the New Orleans Saints get the Washington Commanders. So Washington's 3rd round pick. I guess it's not the Jahan Dotson one, which makes it better. I'm not completely sure. They got our 4th round pick, and then the 6th from the John Ridgeway trade that we got. Okay, that's interesting. And then we get a 5th round pick, so you can kind of cancel out the 6th, and we get a little bit back. So I would say really we gave up a 3rd and like a 5th-ish for Lattimore. Not sure which 1st or 3rd it is. It says it's Washington's 3rd, which if it's Washington's 3rd, that's better than giving up the Dolphins' 3rd, because the Dolphins' 3rd is pretty high up there. The Dolphins' 3rd is pretty high up there. So I'm trying to see. Saints get it. See, it's still the only one that New Orleans gets a 3rd for. I'm just trying to figure out if we're giving them our 3rd round pick, which is what Schefter is saying, but no one else is saying anything, or if we're giving up the Dolphins. So I don't know. We will see what happens with that. I hope it's our own 3rd. I hope it's our own 3rd. Adam Peters is that guy. We got 230 people in here. I'm really close to 14K subscribers, guys. Got less than 200 away. So just please hit that button, man. It really does help out a ton and means a lot to me. Going to be giving you guys a bunch of different updates for you guys. I'm going to keep refreshing this page right here, just making sure. let's see, making sure they, show us what happens. So 2025 third, 2025 fourth. So the Commanders get a fifth. So they do lose a little bit of their trade, compensation, but again, they get a all pro cornerback. So this Brandon here is saying it's a third round pick from the Dotson trade. So conflicting information here. I just, I'm trying to figure that out real quick. So we'll see in a little bit. But yeah, Marshon Lattimore. Let's look a little bit about some information on him. Marshon Lattimore. We'll go PFF. I know PFF isn't the best. PFF isn't the best. Standard sometimes it's a little bit off, but I guess it says his grade 70th or 70, which isn't terrible. It's better than anything we have. He definitely is better than anything we have. And guess what? Now this trade kind of changes everything for the Commanders. They can go and they can put Lattimore and St. Juice on the outside and then put Mike Sainristil in the slot, which is where he's better at. Mike Sainristil is better in the slot. So that is a good move. And let's look at Marshon Lattimore's contract. Marshon Lattimore contract, just so we can see how much time we could possibly have Marshon Lattimore for. So cap hit in 2024 is very low, but the Saints are weird with that stuff. So he's under contract for 2025, which is next year, and 2026, I believe. So the cap hit's like 18 mil. That's not bad. And they can get out of it after 2024. You see the potential out there. So if they really want to, what I would say is likely to happen is a contract restructure after this year. That's probably what's going to happen. Not completely sure, but that's probably what I'm thinking here. Let's read some comments real quick. Pocket Man Huntley, will he play Sunday? I hope so. Mike says fixing holes is a good thing. Thomas talked about Clowney, maybe. Redub says, is he injured? I don't believe so. I think he's good to go. Would love a receiver at the end. That would be good, but right now, if they don't make any more moves, I am very satisfied. I'm very satisfied with what they're doing. Got 330 people in here. Let's get to 60 likes. Just hit that like button and also subscribe. But yeah, Lattimore, this is the contract information. I'm going to make a full video on everything just so you guys have all that information in a quicker, more concise fashion because I'm all over the place right now. It is a big trade. It's a big trade for sure. So obviously, let's see, go to notifications and let's see what's happening here. Let's see if there's any more information. So I still want to see if this is, because it says Washington's third round pick, which a lot of times when you say Washington's third round pick, it's the pick that they own, not the Jahan Dotson one. So we'll see what it is. It's a good trade for the Saints too, getting some draft capital. Their team is not doing well. Lattimore has a hamstring. Oh, he's coming back soon. So is he hurt? I'm not really tuned into it. Let me look it up. Marshon Lattimore injury real quick. Injury. Let's see. I guess yeah, he was out last week, but with a hamstring injury. So honestly, it probably makes sense to keep him out this week and just get him back for week 11. That's what I would say. Do we have any extra draft picks? Not necessarily. I mean, we have some extra 7th round picks, stuff like that. But I honestly trade Forbes, please. Trade Forbes. There's just no reason to keep him on the roster right now after you get Lattimore. Trade Forbes. If you can get a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick, even if it's a 7th, there's just no reason to keep him on the squad right now. So trade him for what you can and get some assets for him. Again, just trying to look at stuff right here. 4-time Pro Bowler. He's a stud, man. He's a stud. And this is going to help out the Washington Commanders a lot. This defense is going to another level. They're already top 5. They're top 5 in pass defense, which I think isn't completely true or like indicative of what they actually are. But now they could be with Marshon, Lattimore. Silly Goose has just cut Forbes. I mean, yeah, you can cut him. I just doubt there's not a team that's going to give up something, even if it's just a 7th-round pick. I mean, he was a 1st-round pick the year before. You saw the Cowboys trade a 4th-round pick for Jonathan Mingo, who's done nothing. I think you could get something for Forbes. I think you could. Even if it's just a 7th, I think you can. What's up, Diego? He said, we're so back. My guy from Tech there. Yeah, it's a good trade for the Commanders. Good trade for the Saints, too. If you're a Saints fan, fill me in on what's the move or what's the word on Lattimore, what, how he's doing, how he's been playing. Still trying to I guess it is the Dotson pick. It's just that the Adam Schefter tweet was a little bit confusing. But yeah, turning, Jahan Dotson into Marshon Lattimore is crazy. That's absolutely insane. I'm putting that tweet out right now. Adam Peters turning Jahan Dotson into Marshon Lattimore is insane. I mean, what a move by the Washington Commanders. Go ahead and follow my Twitter too, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, this is a good move. The Commanders might not be done. And it was kind of like brewing, right? Like it was like the last few hours, more and more momentum was building for the Commanders to trade for Marshon Lattimore. First, it was like, all right, Lattimore's probably going to get traded, or a lot of teams are looking for, are inquiring about him. And then it turned into the Chiefs and maybe a couple other teams. And then it turned into the Commanders and the Chiefs. And then it turned into, okay, the Commanders are really pushing for him. And then it, turned out to be just that. He's so tiny. No team would even want him on the field. The pro level is too big for him. I mean, sure, but he was still like, a lot of teams had a 2nd-round or late 1st-round grade on him. So I think a team would give something up for him. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think a team would. Let's see. Adam Peters is playing Madden with these fools. Yep. And again, hit that subscribe button. Join the channel membership if you can, donate, whatever. It all helps out a ton. But the most important thing is just subscribing. We got 400 people in here. Let's go ahead and go over the trade just so you guys can see what happens. So, okay, wait. Okay. So Washington's own. So they didn't even give up. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people are putting out false information. The Commanders didn't even give up the Jahan Dotson pick. That makes it even better. Wow, the Commanders, I'm just putting another tweet out. The Commanders didn't even give up the Jahan Dotson pick. So that makes the trade even better. That makes the trade even better because a Jahan Dotson pick is probably going to be a top 10, top 8, 3rd-round pick. That's huge, man. That's huge. I mean, that's a difference of like 15 slots in the 3rd round, more likely than not. Adam Peters is cooking, man. Adam Peters is cooking. I'm happy he's our GM. And yeah, the Commanders are in a really good spot right now. That makes the trade even better. And that makes sense why we had to give him a 4th-round pick, a 6th-round pick as well. Let's see. Commanders HTTC, appreciate you pulling up. Brandon says, is this what it's like having a good GM? What a strange feeling. A strange feeling indeed. Highway robbery. I mean, hey, they needed to make a move, whatever. Let's see. That's what the original is. The Eagles pick is from the Dolphins, silly goose. So the Eagles pick is from the Dolphins. That's what I'm seeing. So this is kind of, I don't know. It's still a little confusing. Clarify your question a little bit more because I'm not sure what you're saying here when you're saying it is ? But yeah, I believe the 3rd-round pick is from the Dolphins is what we got in the Jahan Dotson trade. That pick is like a top 10 pick right now in the 3rd round, obviously, not in the 1st round. And our pick, our pick is really, really low right now because we're 7-2. And if we continue to ball out, even if we just make the playoffs and go out in the 1st round, that's still going to be like the 20th pick in the 3rd round versus the Dolphins could be as high as the 5th. So that's definitely, like, I would say a 15 pick difference. And in the third round, that's a lot. Like that's probably like a fifth-ish round pick that you have to give up. So another trade, Mike Williams to the Steelers. Yeah, nothing major there. We're playing the Steelers this week. I doubt he plays, but just something to watch out for there. And I'm just trying to look through all this. Yeah, so source confirms the Washington's giving up their third rounder, not the pick they acquired on the Jahan Dotson trade that belongs to Miami. That's roughly a 20 spot difference. Another stat, I'm pulling through all this stuff right here, or just going through a bunch of stuff. Lattimore has given up 1 touchdown in his last 26 games. Hey, that's huge right there. That's huge. So these are the terms. Again, they change. Shout out to Adam Schefter for having it from the beginning. All of the other accounts were saying it's the Jahan Dotson third. He got it right. Leslie Anderson says, great move, Super Bowl contender. Hey, I hope. Tom says, thanks for the info. This team keeps getting better. Appreciate it. If you're new, subscribe. Sounds like a good or fair deal. Plus the 5th back from the Saints is going to be at the top of the round. Hey, that is a very fair point and something that I didn't think about it. So you can really just scratch, cancel those out, the 5th and the 4th. And let's just say the difference is like a 7th. So we gave up, if we really look at it, we get Lattimore and that's it. And then we give up the 6th round pick and like a 7th and then the 3rd, obviously. So I think that is a very good trade for the Washington Commanders, and the Commanders are cooking right now. The Commanders are cooking, and who knows what they're going to do. They still might make some more moves. Got 500 people in here, guys. Subscribe. I'm so close to 14K subscribers. So just help me get there. We're at 13,830. I want to see that number. I know it's a lot, but 13,850 by the end of the stream. It's free. Just hit that button, hit that like button as well. I'm going to read some questions. Do you think another deal will be made? Possibly. I think Forbes possibly could get traded. Maybe they trade for a receiver. Maybe they trade for a D end. I like this move, though. You're not really trading away the future. It's a 3rd round pick. Silly Goose says, so who sits at cornerback, St. Juice or Noah, and will they move? Okay. Silly Goose, I think it's a lock. Lattimore's on the outside. I think they keep Benjamin St. Juice on the outside, and Mike Sainristil is in the slot. Sainristil's been playing solid in the slot, but I think they're going to put him in the slot. He's been playing solid on the outside, but he's more suited for the inside. He's smaller, so I think he's going to be playing the slot for them. Lattimore on the outside, and then probably St. Juice on the outside as well. So that gives St. Juice, instead of going, against the 1s, he goes against the 2s. And I know people aren't fans of St. Juice, and I'm not either, but he hasn't been as bad as people think. I believe the last few games he's been all right. Up and down for sure, but he definitely isn't as bad as people think. At least, I mean, sometimes he is. I'm not gonna lie. He is really bad, but the last game or 2 he hasn't been bad. Besides the PI in the Bears game, that was really bad. But they could start Noah Igbenogany over him as well. That's something to watch out for as well. I'm just reading the comments. Let's see. If another deal would be made, what position do you think the Commanders would trade for? I think like an Adam Thielen type, like a sleeper vet receiver. I think that's kind of, what could happen. Let's see. Joe Witt is definitely happy. Someone says, let's get rid of John Allen and Fords for solid receiver too. John Allen's not going to get traded right now just because he's hurt, and a team's not going to want to do it. Ronnie says, what did he give up, or what did we give up? It's on the screen right now. So we get the Saints 2025 5th, which is, again, that's going to be an early 5th round pick. We give up our 4th, which is probably going to be a late 4th round pick. And we give up a 6th from the Ridgeway trade. And then we also give up our 3rd round pick, which is going to be a late 3rd round pick, more likely than not. So that is a good trade for the Washington Commanders, getting a stud cornerback. If you guys are in the chat and you're a Saints fan, give me the rundown. Give me the rundown on Lattimore, how he's been doing recently. And just give me your thoughts on him. Hey, T. Higgins would be great. Problem is problem is that the Bengals are trying to win right now. They're not going to be trading. They're not going to be trading away one of their better players. It's just not going to happen. Harold Landry could work. And yeah, basically what you need to know, we gave up a 3rd-round pick and some other, swaps and stuff and a 6th-round pick for Jahan Dotson. But it's going to be on the screen for basically the rest of the video or the rest of the stream. Got 476 people in here. We're close, but we're not there to 13,850 subscribers. 6 away. Just hit that button. It's free. It really means a ton. Sub Pedro, this is crazy. With this and other moves, are we going to Super? Hey, I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves. Let's get to the playoffs first. Let's clinch that playoff berth, which we're close. We're 7 wins right now. Clinch that playoff berth, and then we can talk about more. We haven't won a playoff game since 2005. We win a playoff game. We're lit, man. We're lit. I'm going to whatever playoff game it is because we're probably going to be home. I'm going to that game. I don't care what's going on. I'm going to that game. I am excited, man. This is a good time to be a Washington Commanders fan. They're 7-2, and they play the Steelers, winnable game. They play the Eagles and the Titans, all winnable games. Sans Group Collectible says window is now. Sure, the window is now, but the window is the next 10, 15 years if Jaden Daniels is that guy, and I think he is. And the window sure starts now, but the window is going to be here for a long time. Tyrone Delaney says left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders, HTTR, HTTC, whatever you want to say. Hail to the Commanders. It's QT Cool says, I don't want no bandwagons. Whatever. It's going to happen. And that's a good problem to have. What I don't want is people that were Commanders fans and switch to another team to come back. That to me is sorry behavior. But if you're a new, you just started watching football and you pick a team and it's the Commanders, I'm not like that. That's fine. But it is what it is. So let's continue to look at some of the new tweets, see if anything has, matriculated or whatever the word is. I don't know what I'm saying. Mike Williams trade. And that's kind of it. Sanders still can go inside. And this trade kind of changes everything on defense. That's already if you're here right now, that's another video that I'm going to do, that how this trade changes everything for the Commanders, because they can move Sanders still to the inside and then Lattimore to the outside. It really does help them out a ton and makes this defense better. I don't think they need to make another move on defense. Honestly, I don't think they do. If they want to, that's fine. Maybe add an edge rusher. I say trade Forbes for whatever you can get. DK, he's not getting traded, guys. I'm sorry. I'm an Eagles fan, but I live in VA, and Jane is the true. I want to see the kid get the weapons. Yeah, he's good. We've been known that for a while now, but it's good to see. And I feel like a lot of NFL fans have too. They've been praising him. So that's good to hear from Eagles fan respect. Subscribe though, because I'm gonna be making videos on the Eagles Commanders games coming up in the next few weeks. But yeah, that was a good move. And Harold Landry will be good. I don't think they need to make any more moves, but if they want to go after receiver, I think that's what you do. Adam Thielen, something like that is what you should do. An Adam Thielen move, you give up a 7th-round pick, do that. Trade, go ahead and trade Forbes. Get a 7th, 6th, 5th-round pick, whatever you can get for Forbes. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe we won't get anything, but trade those guys or trade Forbes and use that pick for Thielen. It's probably a 6th or 7th-round pick. You don't have to give up a lot. And you can make a big move here. You can make a big move. And let's see. So I'm just checking my live stream right now. Santa says just subscribe. I do content too. Let's do it. Hey, yeah, I'm down. I don't do a lot of live streams during the games, but I'm down to do a stream for sure. Appreciate that. Just follow my Twitter. Link should be in the description. And what's it called? DM me there, and we can talk about doing a collab for sure. But yeah, this is a huge move, man. Was really excited that we made this move. And the Commanders, the window's now, and they still have holes though. I'm not gonna lie, but the coaching kind of closes those holes a little bit. Pause, and makes things look better. And obviously, Jaden Daniels makes things look better as well. And I think that, they definitely can make some other moves, but they also have picks that they can just use that to, draft guys next year for sure. They have Adam Peters is good at picking, so you don't want to give up a bunch of picks. You don't want to give up a bunch of picks and potentially lose studs that Adam Peters can go after and draft. So I would say if you want to give up a six or something for if you want to give up a six or something for Adam Thielen, that's fine. But after that, like, I really don't think we need to give up a lot for these guys because, again, Adam Peters can cook. Patrick Starr with Blonde Weave, appreciate the $2 donation, man. I really appreciate that. Says Ravens interested in Forbes. LOL. Hey, I saw that Forbes, teams are inquiring and the Commanders are shopping them a little bit. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. If we can get anything, I would do it. Appreciate that donation, man. Let's see. Sands Groups Collectibles. Appreciate the $5 donation. Make sure you guys check them out. Might be doing a collab. Dan Quinn over everyone my college at Hofstra. Yeah, what did he go to Salisbury? Salisbury, right? Let's see. But yeah, appreciate that donation, man. And hopefully we can get this collab going pretty soon. And yeah, they can restructure the contract a little bit, do what they need to do. And yeah, it's a good trade for the Commanders. Good trade for the Saints as well. They had to make a move. They're not doing well. So it is what it is. But stay tuned because there could be some other moves. There could be some other moves for sure. And I will be making. Oh, he coached at Hofstra. Okay. He coached at Hofstra. We had a crazy defense. All right, good to know. And again, I appreciate that donation. But moves are still going to be made. We could see the Eagles making moves. The Cowboys already made a move, and let's see. Yeah, the Cowboys already made a move. So the Giants could be selling some players. Darius Slayton could see that happening as well. There's a lot of things that could happen right now. There's a lot of things, and Lattimore's 28 years old. A lot of teams were interested in him. I believe the Chargers were. I know the Chiefs were. So when you're trying to make the same move as the Chiefs, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. And yeah, very, very good to hear that for sure. And again, Sanzi, appreciate that donation. Oh, Patrick Starr again with the donation. They're rolling in. Let's go, baby. Dooman says, Patrick Starr with Blonde Reef says, bro, I cannot believe this is happening. I love our coaches, owner, and GM. Been a fan for 25 years. Never thought I'd witness competence. I agree, man. I agree. And yeah, it's great to see. I haven't really witnessed a playoff win. I was in basically diapers when they won their their last playoff game. And we got a good owner. We got a good GM. We got a good quarterback. We got good coaches. It's very, very good to see. They've got competence. And it's crazy. As soon as Dan Snyder's gone, we're able to start winning. And you love to see it. You love to see it. Silly Goose, I agree with you, but here's the thing. Maybe if they drafted Christian Gonzalez, we wouldn't have gotten that top pick. We wouldn't have gotten that second pick. And that would have been the biggest difference because we wouldn't have Jaden. Appreciate that donation, man. Another donation. Yeah, man, I didn't see the 05 season. I was born in 03-ish. Not going to give the exact date, but yeah, around that, 02 to 04. So wasn't able to watch that. So, the best year I watched was 2012 with RG3. So hopefully this year we can get a playoff win and make things happen. And Dave, did we get him? He says, yep, we got Marshon Lattimore. He's on the squad. He has a hamstring injury. Didn't play last week. Could have been a trade thing. Like, oh, they're not trying to play him while they're trading him. And yeah, that's something to watch out for too. But maybe he doesn't play this week, but he plays the week after that. And then, after that, we'll see what happens. G-Man says, 03-ish. Yeah, can't let the ops know. 02, 03, 04, 05. You don't know. But yeah, this is a very good move. And Patrick, appreciate the donation, man. And yeah, hopefully we can see my first playoff win in my lifetime that I've actually got to witness this year. this year. Or I guess technically next year because that's when the playoffs are. But Lattimore, 28 years old. He is still not young, but he's still got a few more years left in him. And this is good because he can help develop, Sanders still. So that is something that can help out as well. And I think that can make that can make a difference as well. Veterans do help. You see what Bobby Wagner's done to this defense. Sacker, it's helping the young tight ends out. We'll see how that pans out in a few years. But I really like what they're doing, and adding someone like Lattimore helps you get better right away. But also, you only give. I mean, a third round pick is really what you gave. So, obviously, Adam Peters can cook with that. He really can. But Lattimore is a stud right now, so I think the move was good, and they still got draft capital. It's not like they don't have a third round pick. They still have a third round pick, and it's a good third round pick. Let's see, Patrick Starr, whole person has passed since we won a playoff game. Wow, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And appreciate that donation, man. And yeah, it's a good time to be a Commanders fan. And yeah, go to the games. Let's fill out this. I mean, we have been filling out the stadium. The fans have. Let's keep doing that. Give them the real home field advantage. Make FedEx Field, even though it's not a great stadium, make it a place to be feared. You're playing at FedEx. Oh shoot, it's gonna be home field advantage. It's gonna be home field advantage. And yeah, I'm excited for that. I got 400 people in here. Let's see if we hit that mark that I wanted to hit, which was 13,850 subscribers. We're past that, but I think we can get a little bit more. We're at 55. Let's hit 75. I think we can really do it. And yeah, it helps out a ton. What's up, Brian? Appreciate you pulling up. Patrick Starr again. Appreciate the donation. Best years, Gerald Green and Champ Bailey as corners, and they had Fred Smoot too. They had a squad. Let's see. And Lattimore went to Ohio State. Oh yeah, you're right. Not FedEx Field, Northwest Stadium. But Lattimore, I'm pretty sure he played Ohio State, and I guess that did overlap with Terry, because Terry was there for a minute. I believe Terry was there for 5 years. Yeah. Steelers fans travel well, but if this was 2 years ago, it would have been like 60-70%. So it'll still be a lot of Steelers fans because they do travel well, but I think the Commanders fans will show out for sure, and this will be the last time it's like 40%. But yeah, I know what you mean. They show out for sure. I wonder if they were in on Mike Williams, they could use a big body receiver. They could. There's still some other guys out there, not necessarily big body receivers, but Kendrick Bourne, KJ Osborne, and then Adam Thielen as well. Those are guys to watch out for. I think Darius Slayton gets traded, but I think that will happen later. For sure. I think that'll happen later, and yeah, we will see. You think Forbes gets traded at the deadline? I hope. I don't know though. I don't know. If you can get a 6th, 7th round pick for him, I would do it. Yeah, Mike Williams got traded to the Steelers. Still remember when Snyder signed Josh Norman? What a joke. I mean, yeah, and Norman wasn't even like the worst signing. I mean, he had a solid year or two. Landon Collins was awful. Obviously Albert Hainsworth. There's so many other guys. Whatever the announcer is, the guy was like safety linebacker, forgot what his name was, but he also was a bad signing. 350 people in here. Hit that like button, subscribe, man. I really, really appreciate it if you guys can do that. Let's see. Patrick Starman, appreciate the donation, man. Yeah, it really means it. It really means a ton. Says congrats on the channel growth. Been here since less than 1K. Hey, that's love right there, man. I really, really do appreciate that. And yeah, there's been, I do keep track of who's been, watching for a while, and it really does mean a ton. So appreciate that, man. Yeah, Adam Archuleta, that's who it was. But yeah, I really appreciate that, and all y'all, Silly Goose. I know you've been here for a while. Let's see, someone else commented that I saw. White Rabbit, appreciate you pulling up. All y'all, man, all of y'all, appreciate you for pulling up. And we're going to keep going for a little bit more because who knows, maybe they make another move, but I just have it on the screen right here. But appreciate that donation, Patrick. It really does mean a ton, and it helps out the channel. a ton. And just subscribing though, subscribing too, that helps out a ton. So subscribe, trying to get 20 more subs by the end of the stream. I know that's a lot to ask, but get to 75. There's 330 people in here. I'm sure someone's not subscribed. But yeah, a fourth, again, I appreciate that donation, a fourth and a fifth next year. Yeah, we're giving up that. A third. We're also getting a, I guess, no, we're not giving up a fifth. We are giving up a fifth, but we're getting a fourth round pick back. And we give up a sixth as well. As a pack. Okay. Trying to verify that the third rounder is from Phillies. It is. I mean, I've known that for a while, but also, JP tweeted out and like other people as well. So it is Miami. It is Miami. I've been keeping track of that for a while. Okay. So here it is on the screen right here. The third round pick, the third round of the Commanders still have again is one they got from Philly, but it's actually Miami's slot. It's the one the Dolphins traded to the Eagles for a 2024 rounder, which Miami used to pick Jalen Wright. So, yeah, that's a good pick, guys. That's a good pick. It's probably going to be top 10. And, yeah, any chance we lob a second or third for Higgins? Nah. Higgins isn't going to get traded, I don't think. They're still trying to win. I would say maybe, and DK isn't going to get traded either. But, yeah, that's not going to happen. And I think it'd probably be more. I don't know. Let's just try to get him in the offseason if we can. We don't necessarily need him now. The offense has been cooking. Again, if you want to add a vet receiver, that's totally fine. I think they probably should do that. But besides that, I don't think they need to add. They need to give up that much for Higgins. You don't want to give up exactly, man. You don't want to give up a second round pick for him now when you get him in free agency. That's what I would say. And also what I do like, you trade for Lattimore, right? That doesn't count against a comp pick. So, if let's say Lattimore would have been released and they signed him in the offseason, well, first off, you wouldn't have gotten that help for him this second half of the year, but also if you pay him a decent amount of money, that's going to count against the comp pick formula. So you really are, now that doesn't, take into effect. And if you don't make a lot of moves this offseason and, free agency and you sign a bunch of, minor deals or, what's it called? Re-up some of your guys, because they're going to, a lot of guys are going to leave for free agency. And that's not a big issue because they have a lot of young guys. A lot of the rookies will be able to fill the voids of the other guys. We got Jordan McGee, maybe he'll step up. You got Ben Sennett, you got Mike Sanders still, you got Luke McCaffrey, a bunch of those guys. So let's see. It's a good pickup, Jason. And hey, I'm gonna be making Eagles Commanders content. So for the games in the next few weeks, so go ahead and subscribe for that. Hey, Corvus, I did a minute ago. You might be behind on the stream, but yeah, I did 30 or maybe not 30 minutes ago, like 15, 20 minutes ago. But yeah, it's a good trade, Eli. I really do think so. We'll see if the Commanders are done making moves. I could see them making a move. We will see. But yeah, a good day to be a Washington Commanders fan. A good day for sure. And yeah, we got quarterback one. I don't know if we got receiver one. I'll still take AJ. I love Terry. Don't get me wrong. I love Terry. Probably one of the biggest Terry fans out there. I'll take AJ over Terry. I'm not saying I would trade Terry, but I'm just saying I think AJ's the best receiver in the NFC East. But yeah, cornerback one probably as well. So we got a lot of studs in the division. And yeah, Silly Goose says I would concentrate on defense. Offense has barely been stopped. Yeah, I don't think we need much more in defense that we can solve in the trade market. So it is what it is. Maybe a DN, and CD too. Sorry, I forgot CD as well. Let's see, but yeah, maybe you trade for a veteran receiver or wait for people to release some guys, and then you can, make a move through there. I think that's also something to watch out for. So we got 13,858 subscribers. Let's get to 60 at least by the end of the stream. And we got, what do we have? We have 186 likes, 190 likes. We can get to 200 for sure. It's free, guys. All that stuff, subscribing and hitting that like button, it's free. Turn on the notification bell as well so you don't miss any videos. I will be doing a trade deadline recap once it hits 4 o'clock. I'll do that. Make sure I get an update for you guys, and then I'll do a whole breakdown on Lattimore, how he's been playing, injury update, how this changes things for the defense, a bunch of different stuff that you're not going to want to miss because, there's a lot of information that I talked about, but over the whole 40 minutes, and you might not have been here the whole time, or even if you were, it's not all concise. I'm going to get that in a video for you guys, concise, 10, 12-minute video about all the information you need to know about Lattimore. But if you're here now still, I'll give it a rundown. He's 28 years old. He's you missed last week because of a hamstring injury. Not sure if that's a we're trying to save him for the trade, or if that really is a big hamstring issue. And then he's allowed one touchdown the last 29 games, something crazy like that. And he's still playing well, 4-time Pro Bowl or 1-time All-Pro. He's a good player. I mean, Link says Lattimore's washed. I don't know about that. He's still way better than anything we have right now at cornerback, especially on the outside. And I think we can switch Mike Sainristil to the slot right now, and then you got the other two guys, St. Juice and Lattimore on the outside. That's what I would say. They do. Noah's probably going to be the bench guy, but if St. Juice plays poorly, then you can go ahead and start Noah Igbenogany instead of him. But the Commanders got better today. The Commanders got better. Let's see, a bunch of okay. I swear I saw. Let's see. We'll read right here real quick this story from Adam Schefter, and then, or I guess John Keim. Let's see, the Commanders. Blah blah blah. I'm just trying to see if the Commanders use Benjamin St. Juice as their top corner with Mike Sanderson on the other side. He's drafted to play slot. Coach Chef said they often view his future as slot. Blah, blah, blah. They're talking about Forbes. 5th in passing yards per game. I'm just trying to read some other stuff. See, okay, Lattimore's been subject to a trade. Blah, blah, blah. He has 2 more years on his contract clause. He'll count $600,000 on the cap, which is crazy. No more guaranteed on his money, so I think a deal will have to be restructured. We'll have to restructure. Allen is fired Monday. Yeah, that's kind of why they made the move. Sorry, I guess I didn't even pull up the story. I was just reading it. But let's see. Should have got Simmons. Are you talking about Isaiah Simmons, Justin Simmons? Let's see. Yeah, now you have a cornerback that can, I think, will be fine locking down. What's it called? AJ Brown. Definitely feel better about him than definitely feel better about Lattimore against AJ Brown than St. Juice against AJ Brown. Or don't even get me started on Forbes. Jimmy says, what did we trade for him? We gave up our 3rd round pick, so not the Jahan Dotson, the Eagles, I guess the Dolphins 3rd round pick, basically. We gave up, I'll go ahead and pull it up. We gave up a 4th round pick and a 6th round pick, and we got a 5th round pick back. Let's see, I'm just pulling it up right here, scrolling through. So yeah, we gave up a 3rd, 4th, and 6th. We get a 5th round pick back. So really, all in all, the 5th and the 4th kind of wash out because our 4th is going to be late. Their 5th is probably going to be early. So maybe you can account that to like a late 7th round pick. So, and then the 6th. So we gave up a, late 3rd, a 6th, and a late 7th is basically what I would say for Marshon Lattimore, which I think is a very, very good move. Shout out to my boy Saswa here. What a good day to be a Commanders fan. Again, 240 people in here, man. We had 500, but that was when the moves were happening. We're one away from the goal, 1 subscriber away from the goal of 13,860. Just hit that button, man. It's free. And if you don't like the channel after a few days, you can go ahead and unsubscribe. We got over 200 likes now, which is good. But let's get that subscriber number up. That's what really matters for me, just on a personal level. But let's see. We'll see if any other moves are made right now. The tweets are rolling in right now. But yeah, good move for the Washington Commanders. And we still have the the 3rd round pick from the Jahan Dotson trade, which is very, very good news for the Washington Commanders. I'm going in circles here. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Really, really appreciate all y'all. Appreciate all the new subscribers, the donation, Sands, Patrick, Star. Appreciate all y'all, man. It really helps out a ton. And oh yeah, Stinky Steven, my guy Daniel says we should get Thielen. It would possibly help us get a few more passing touchdowns. I agree. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hail to the Commanders. Peace.